7 ways to connect with your feminine energy to love and feel better. Being feminine is not being weak. It's not pleasing others. It's not losing yourself in someone else. Being feminine is being centered in yourself, in your body, in your truth, and in your ability to love without abandoning yourself. Since this is easy, many times it's easy to say, but not so easy to implement in your daily life. I'm going to share 7 keys that will transform your experience of love. Key 1. Learn to receive love, help, attention, and presence. Feminine energy flourishes when it stops trying to prove itself and starts to allow. Point number 2, honor your emotions without guilt. You're not exaggerating, you're feeling. A connected woman embraces her sensitivity instead of apologizing for it. Third, prioritize your energy over your image. This matters most. True attraction doesn't come from looking perfect, but from feeling at peace with yourself. Point number 4, say what you feel, not what you think others expect you to say. Because authentic femininity doesn't manipulate, it expresses. And truth spoken calmly creates real intimacy. Number 5, let go of control and be present. You don't need to anticipate everything. When you trust, love breathes and flourishes. Point number 6, choose from intuition, not from your wounds, not from the fear of being alone, not from need, but from the following question. For example, ask yourself, does this help me grow or hold me back? Point 7, remember who you are without a relationship. A fulfilled woman chooses, rather than waiting to be chosen. When a woman is connected to her essence, she doesn't chase love, love recognizes her. Write in the comments. Today I return to myself. If you are ready to love from a more conscious and powerful place. Now I also want you to understand something else as a conclusion to all of this, that this attitude and this way of seeing and feeling yourself. Surely it will make the man who comes to you be the one who is right for you, not the one we sometimes think is right for us. So open your mind. What you think is right for you may not be the best. Repeat with me, God or universe, send me the man who is right for me, not the man I desire and think is right for me. And give me the ability to recognize him. Oh universe, send me the perfect man, not the one I think is perfect, and give me the ability to recognize him. People fall in love with you for these 3 reasons. Do you want to know why someone falls in love with you? But really? It's not about your looks or words, it's how you make others feel, and science backs this up. Evolutionary psychology shows that falling in love follows clear and simple patterns. A study from the Journal of Social Psychology showed that attraction arises when a person activates certain emotional triggers in another person. And also these triggers are very biological, many times. Here are the 3 most important ones, the 3 reasons why women fall in love with a man. Emotional security means not only physical protection, but also stability, clarity, and consistency. A study from the University of Rochester showed that women prioritize men who create an emotionally secure and predictable environment in the long term. 2. Purpose and direction. A man with a mission gives a woman a sense of a predictable future. It's not about success, it's about intention, about having a clear vision. 3. Quality of presence. A woman loves a man for how he looks at, listens to, and validates her. Genuine presence is more seductive than looks. The 3 reasons why men fall in love with a woman. Pay attention. 1. The woman makes him feel admired and recognized. A study by anthropologist Helen Fisher indicates that men bond deeply when they feel that a woman believes in them. She believes and supports him. 2. Simple emotional connection. No drama, no chaos. Men fall in love with women with whom they can be themselves without feeling judged. Drama and chaos. This could fill several videos. 3. Nurturing energy. I'm not talking about old-fashioned roles, but about an energy that brings peace, tenderness, and warmth. The male brain connects this to an emotional home, so when these elements come together, love can happen before you realize it. We fall in love with those who bring out our best selves. We're both divine and human. Let's remember that. In short, true love is not something you look for, it's something you recognize and feel. Write down below. I attract conscious love. If you want me to share more videos like this about how to feel better and find the love of your life, let me know. And also, how to maintain the relationship when a crisis happens in the couple. Because I'm already going deeper into all these concepts, but in an easy way that will be simple for us to follow. The greatest discovery about love in quantum physics is that there is something few people understand about love and personal growth. This is very important. Pay attention. You don't attract people by chance. You attract people who vibrate at a level similar to your emotional wound. This is important. Why? Because when you start to heal, to become aware, and to grow, something inevitable can happen, which is that you start to distance yourself from the people who were with you on this path, but who haven't been able or haven't wanted to heal and evolve like you. You distance yourself not out of pride or feeling superior, but because you no longer connect with that pain. When you evolve and heal and the other person can't or doesn't want to do it, the connection naturally weakens, and that's okay. True love is not holding on from a place of pain. It's also allowing each person to follow their own level of consciousness. Sometimes loving is also letting go, and that's evolution too. Right below in the comments. Sometimes loving means letting go. Caressing your ears stimulates the vagus nerve. Did you know this easy method can quickly calm your mind, relax your body, and boost well-being? It consists of something as simple as caressing your ears. It sounds strange, but it's not, since the vagus nerve is responsible for activating the positive mode. Watch Rubik Drot. That you have the profane type. Memory and heart rate, which is a key marker of health. Now, is it the same to caress yourself as to have someone else caress you? Well, science has something to say about this too. Touching yourself is interesting, and yes, it does activate the vagus nerve. But research on emotional regulation, like the study by Cohn, Schaffer, and Davidson from the University of Wisconsin, showed that another person's touch, especially from someone you have a bond with, regulates the nervous system much more powerfully. Why? Your brain can tell when you're touching yourself or when someone else is, because your brain interprets that contact as external safety, and that relaxes the body more deeply. How do you do it? Point number 1, gently stroke the outer part of your ear from top to bottom. Point number 2, massage the tragus with small circular movements. Repeat for 30, and point 3, 30 to 60 seconds. All of this while stroking the whole ear. Point 4. If someone you trust does it, the effect is even better. Is there any reason not to activate your vagus nerve? It can help you sleep better, reduce anxiety, relieve emotional tension, and improve your digestion. It's simple, it's accessible, it's free, and it's scientifically proven. In short, sometimes the peace you're looking for starts in your ears, as strange as that may seem. Write down below, I activate my calm, if you want more techniques like this. And immediately look for someone like that in your life. Wonderful. And if not, find someone right away. If possible, someone who can lovingly caress your ears every day. How do you know if you attract someone? There's something that almost no one explains to you about attraction. The body always speaks before words, and often the body says things that words don't. You can deceive with what you say, but not with what you do unconsciously. When you attract someone, the first thing that happens isn't a compliment, though that can happen, but an automatic shift in their behavior. First sign, their body faces you, not leaning or moving away, and doesn't act defensively. Their torso, feet, and attention all point toward you. That's real interest. Second sign, the gaze returns. It's not a constant stare, it's the unconscious act of looking at you, away, then back again. That's called active focus, and it happens when there's attraction. Third sign, micro gestures of openness, redder lips, deeper breathing, small adjustments to the hair, clothes, or posture. She keeps fixing herself, constantly showing herself with all these gestures. Fourth sign, and this is the important key. He feels heard with you, so when someone is attracted, they talk more, open up, and stay longer than expected. Attraction isn't just physical, it's also deeply emotional. Now here's something important. You don't attract by trying to impress, you attract when you're present, when you truly listen, when you're not in a hurry, when you don't force anything. The most powerful seduction isn't the perfect posture, it's the calmness of someone who doesn't need to prove anything. If you want to know if you attract someone, don't look at what they say, watch how they behave when they're there, observe their body language, not their words. Write to me in the comments. Attraction can't be forced because attraction is generated. And if you like this message, share it with others, give it a like, and subscribe. How do women end up addicted to a man they're not interested in, who isn't good for them, and they don't know why? Many women have experienced this, but few openly explain it. What are the reasons why you get hooked on a man who isn't good for you? Sometimes it's not the good man who hooks you, not the stable man, not the one who treats you well. Sometimes you're drawn to someone who doesn't need you. Sometimes he doesn't need you because he's a healthy man, but other times he doesn't need you. Why? Because he's emotionally autistic or slightly emotionally autistic, or is it because of you? Sometimes you become attracted to a man who is challenging or hard to understand. That's why sometimes you get hooked on someone who's not good for you and you don't know why. The reason isn't rational, the reason is emotional and unconscious. The brain usually doesn't get addicted to healthy things, but rather to intense, unhealthy things like sugar or pasta. So you need to retrain your brain to crave what's healthy. For example, someone unpredictable who gives and withdraws attention, who isn't fully available. Your nervous system goes on alert, and sometimes that alertness is mistaken for attraction. That throws you off and makes you want to dig deeper into it, but that's not love, that's dopamine. Every time they show up, your brain releases a reward. Every time they disappear, anxiety appears in your brain, and that cycle creates an emotional addiction. That's why you think about him even though you know he's not the right man. That's why you know he's not good for you, but you're addicted. There's something inside you that still wants him, because it's not the man you're hooked on, it's the wound he's triggering in you that you weren't cared for enough in the past or for many other reasons. The answer isn't choosing better, but healing the pattern. When your nervous system learns that calm is also love, you stop confusing intensity with connection, and then something powerful happens. The men who aren't good for you simply stop having power over you and might even stop showing up in your life. And if they do show up, you don't even notice them. When we study a little, we are able to see that the biological strategy of men has always been to try to seduce many women, while the biological strategy of women has always been to choose very carefully. And feeling proud that, therefore, letting go of a man who clearly isn't good for you is like admitting that you were capable of making a bad choice. It's like your worth as a woman and person drops, and you get into a spiral of giving that man 500 chances even though you already know it's not going to work, because that man is going to keep being the same way. Choose the easy way and study a little about attraction and desire, and that way you'll understand yourself better. Without choice, there's no freedom. The day you wake up, you can no longer love like you did before. Waking up and being aware comes at a price, and almost no one wants to talk about that price. You can't blame others anymore, which bothers many people most. You can't blame your ex, your parents, life, inherited patterns, or your partner. When you wake up, you understand something uncomfortable. You always choose from your level of consciousness. Walking with a conscious man means walking beside him, not behind or in front of him. Without masks, this thing about masks also makes it very hard for us to walk in truth. A conscious man doesn't need you to make yourself small in order to shine. He doesn't interrupt you. He doesn't possess you. He doesn't get scared when you feel too much. He doesn't want to control you. He wants to share his path with you. This is also very scary, and be careful. Walking with someone like that is not always easy. Why? Because conscious men see you, and when someone truly sees you, you can no longer hide, nor lie to yourself, nor do anything that goes against your being. That's why many run away from conscious love, because it demands responsibility, it demands coherence, it demands that you be yourself without excuses. Want to attract a conscious partner? The only real way to live in love is through conscious love. Anything else won't last. If you want a conscious relationship, stop searching and focus on becoming the person you wish to attract. Embody and live it, because conscious love isn't pursued, it's found when you're ready to sustain it. Remember, it's not about finding someone perfect, but someone to grow with without losing yourself. If this resonated, comment below. Conscious love, and remember, conscious love has two characteristics: to move forward, to evolve, to heal, and to build. Two things are working against conscious love right now: soft spirituality and wanting to ignore biology. Biology and spirituality are closely connected. Why? Because to reach God, you have to learn to be human. So let's embody this love, be conscious, and enjoy wonderful things together.